I'm gonna take my bike to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. I'm gonna take my bike to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more.
The last time you saw me, I had just arrived on the Chesapeake and Ohio Canal towpath, a gravel trail that follows the Potomac River. I hopped on in Williamsport and spent a night near Four Locks. I really loved getting to see some of the forgotten history of the towns that saw their heyday when the canal was still open in the 18 and early 1900s. I spent a rest day in Paw Paw, West Virginia at an incredible bed and breakfast hosted by a really wise man named Dan who gave me some great advice. I got back all my strength before finishing the C&O Canal in Cumberland, Maryland, which is also the starting point of the Great Allegheny Passage.
You a star, don't touch your baby when I'm walking the streets. I know you're feeling the heat, believe they don't stop me now. They talking crazy, control all delete, and give them something to see, believe they don't stop me now. They don't stop me, they don't stop me. Oh, 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 they don't stop me now. Searching for the breath inside me. Nothing hurts like gasping for air. While I'm diving.
The Great Allegheny Passage is a 150-mile rail trail that connects Cumberland, Maryland to Pittsburgh, allowing bikers and hikers to cross the Appalachians at train grade. I said a kind goodbye to Maryland and hopped back into Pennsylvania before making a new friend on the trail.
There's an innate beauty calling to me. I can't put my finger on it. There's an innate beauty in the mystery, blindly chasing something on its
So we've entered Big Savage Tunnel with my new riding partner, Sasha, who's gonna tent up with me for the night. He's riding from DC to Pittsburgh along the C&O and the Gap Trail as well. And this tunnel is 3,000 something feet long, which means it's almost half a mile. Thank goodness they have lights because it would have been freaking dark. And of course I have to do the thing you have to do in a tunnel. Echo!
Good morning. It's a little bit after 6 a.m. I'm gonna walk away. Good morning. It's a little bit after 6 a.m. and it's really cold. So it got down to, I think, 14 or 15 degrees Celsius, which means it was like in the high 50s in Fahrenheit. I also don't have a sleeping bag because it's generally been really hot, even at night. Like, I've been sleeping naked or with like just my underwear on, and I have a sleeping bag liner, which helps a lot, and it's nice and warm inside your tent. But yeah, last night it got cold, and then also there's this noise in the background, and we cannot tell what it is. At first we were like, oh, what if this is an automatic weapon? This dude just keeps firing, but no, it's been going all night. Like, the only thing I think it could be is a train. At one point I thought it was the wind turbines, but wind turbines don't make noise like that. Let's see if I can get the noise right now.
Mile 38. Mile 50. Officially 1/3 of the way through the Gap Trail. How you feeling, Sasha? We've gone like just over 30 miles so far.
It's a nice day, nice weather. Maybe I'll swim in the river later.
Is this really what you meant for us? Are you sure when I find
So we made it down to the beach. Sasha is struggling through the Rocky River, the Allegheny here in Ohio Pile. It's been lovely having a companion. Sasha's been awesome, especially because he's a bit more experienced than me. He's been helping me diagnose some problems on my bike and just keeps me moving too. Super big thanks to you, Sasha. Honestly, couldn't have asked for a better day. The reason why I wanted to do a trip like this is because of a day like this. I hope there will be many, many more of these to come. So I found a new master for the Kung Fu Panda Chronicles. This little guy climbed onto my bike and has just the best eyebrows I've ever seen. So we have made it to Connellsville at the Stewart's Crossing campground. We're setting up in these awesome Adirondack shelters they've got here. They've got 4 of them, but it's not really the high season, so we have 2 empty, so we're each taking our own and spreading out. But there's a grocery store right over here. I'm gonna head in and get some dinner and resupply for whatever I need, then come back and relax.
My college is gray matter is becoming a pattern.
Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 18th. It is now day 11 of my trip. My spirits are up. My spirits are way up. The 10 days that I've had so far have taught me, perhaps better than any other time in my life, that when you give good energy, you receive it. I'm good. It's gonna be good. Feeling good, like I should. Feeling blessed, never stressed. Got that sunshine on my Sunday best.
Ramen or oatmeal? I can't decide. Good morning.
I want a big fancy car with the top back and shopping bags filled to the brim in the back seat. I'm going fast, spinning my wheels.
Bye, Sasha. Happy trails. He wanted to make it back to Pittsburgh to see his family as soon as he could, so he was packed up and heading out. And I am still drowning in all of my stuff. So I'm gonna also try and pack up really quick because I do want to get on the road and just get to Pittsburgh and see my friend and get to put all my stuff down and rest for a bit. All right, let's get moving. So I'm riding along the trail. I'm maybe 5 miles in for my ride on the day. And my bike is just feeling super wobbly. And it didn't feel like that right when I started. But it slowly started to feel like that, especially once I at one point had to like stop for not really stop, but just like slow down and then pick back up speed. And then all of a sudden my bike felt super wobbly. So I stop and I go down to my back tire and all of the spokes are, almost all of them are just like super loose. And I'm like, what the hell? So now I'm sitting here with my trusty spoke wrench that I bought for $10 in Hagerstown, one of the best purchases so far, and just tightening them all up. And I'm gonna call a bike shop in, I don't know, I think maybe 20 minutes. It's supposed to open at 10. And be like, hey, this is happening.
I'll be in Pittsburgh. Can you help me?
Mile 95. 111. Okay, so bike update. I called up 2 bike shops. I called up REI first. I didn't really get to talk to them much, so I kind of wanted to, plus I just wanted a second opinion. And this other shop, Thick Bikes, had been recommended to me by Sasha. So I call up Thick Bikes and explain to them my situation. And they're like, yeah, you need a beefy wheel. Your current one probably, will it survive? I guess. But I'd have to do what I'm doing right now, which is retruing it myself every day or every other day. I'm not happy about this. I was very much expecting to have to get new tires on this trip, but not new wheels. So it's gonna cost me a hefty chunk of change for one wheel. My front wheel should be fine still, but I do have to make it to Thick Bikes, which is another 34 miles away. I'm really dead. I'm so tired. I don't know what it is, but my body is just telling me to stop. And I've eaten, I drank water, I have just beat, I'm yawning, and I still have 16 more miles to go. I'm more than an hour of biking. Okay. Gotta keep going. Okay, I got this. Mile 120, mile 130, 132, 134, 137. So I'm currently in Homestead, a town just outside of Pittsburgh. You might have heard of it in connection with the Homestead Works plant or the Homestead Strike, I believe of 1895. So it was one of the major events, a part of the American labor movement in the late 1800s and early 1900s that ended child labor, started the 5-day work week, got rid of these insanely long 12-hour days. It was a people's movement. And what I'm trying to say here is protest work. When people get together and make their voices louder by being a community, they can make change happen. The people here in Homestead over 100 years ago made change happen by risking something. They did take huge risks. People died, but they didn't let that stop them from letting their voices be heard. And because of it, you get Saturday and Sunday off. Think about that. If you had to work every single Saturday and Sunday, and you weren't working 8-hour days Monday through Friday, 7 days a week you were working 12-hour days, you'd be pretty angry, wouldn't you? Protests work. When people come together and use their voices, they make change happen. Black Lives Matter. So I have officially made it to Pittsburgh. I'm pretty freaking pumped about it. It's like really awesome because that means I don't have to bike at all for the rest of the day. I've made it to Thick Bikes, which seems like a really dope shop in this awesome neighborhood of Southside. Just gotta wait to get in, get my new wheel, and then my friend Hannah is picking me up because she is the best person ever. And then I'm gonna get to change out of these freaking bike shorts and eat some food and probably even shower. And I won't have to sleep on the ground tonight. That sounds like a victory to me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can help me out by subscribing, hitting the like button, and sharing with your friends. Lots of people on my journey said they were willing to support me financially, so I made a Patreon page. If you want to see more adventures or support my videos, you can click the link in the description to become a patron. Different levels of support come with different perks such as early access to my videos, exclusive content, handwritten postcards, and more. Thank you to all of these people who supported me during my journey, with a special thank you to my parents and grandparents who provided extra support when I really needed it. Peace out, and remember that slow is not a dirty 4-letter word.